Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Monday, April 24th, 2017. Made a new discovery in regards to the death of Prince and the riddle surrounding his death. Want to share that with you very quickly. In case you're new here, I'm going to link the Prince death playlist. It starts in February of 2016 with the video I uploaded that month. After Vanity, Prince's former girlfriend, died just before the 58th Grammys, I put out a video showing how her death was a ritual, a sacrifice, and that sacrifice pointed to Prince being the next to go, and he would die a span of 67 days later. So ever since then, we've been decoding the riddle, building the evidence. That's what's in this playlist. A lot of mind-blowing information. Here's a piece we've never uncovered before. The death of Prince's father, which was August 25th, 2001, the same day the pop star Aaliyah died. I have a couple videos on the death of Aaliyah. We'll review her death as well in this real quick. But check this out. Prince's father died at age 85, and he died just after his 85th birthday, which was June 29th. From his 85th birthday to the day he passed, August 25th, was 57 days. Think about how Prince died at age 57. As I just talked about, Prince's mother, her last name was Shaw, having gematria 57, and Prince's mother died the same date in history, February 15th, that Vanity would die 14 years later. February 15th, the 46th day of the year, the word sacrifice 46, execution 46, Vanity 46. Think about how they found Prince on an elevator. All of these deaths are riddled with the same numbers. If you've missed the playlist, if you've missed the work, there's 33 coded into all of these death rituals, 33, a number of ritual sacrifice. Think about the date John Nelson, Prince's father, passed August 25th. In numerology, you can add 8 plus 25, the month plus the day, 33. The 33 is always present. But just think about it. Dead 57 days after his birthday. Prince dead at 57. Vanity dead at 57. Remember, Scottish Rite sums to 57. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, the Jewish branch that has dominated the history of this nation, that controls the entertainment industry, the music recording industry, that practices this language of gematria. So a few more things that stood out. The name John Nelson, he was a jazz musician, just like his wife was a, soul singer. Prince's parents were in the music recording industry. So many celebrities, they are born to be because they're born into the families that are already a part of this industry. Prince no different. His father's name, though, John Nelson. I noticed that name has gematria of 144, the number for time. We've talked about how Prince's death had to do with this exact number, 144, in time in videos of the past. Here it is coded into his own father's name, like father, like son. The name John Lewis Nelson, his full name, also has gematria of 211, which is the 47th prime. Remember, time also equals 47. Prince died 47 days from his 58th birthday. Purple Rain equals 58, Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Vanity dead just before the 58th Grammys. He was a jazz musician. He had the right name for it, John Nelson. It's also interesting that from the father's death to Prince's was 5,353 days. Interesting number. But down below, I will link these posts, the death of the father, the death of the mother. This post on the mother has a ton of information right here. You can read over all this, the lighting up of Niagara Falls on the Queen's birthday. Vanity, Denise Matthews equals 57. That was Vanity's name, who died at age 57. She died 42nd days after her birthday. Look at the Freemason logo with the purple rain. It's Freemasonry doing this, people. We got to wake up and identify who the killers are. Or, if they're not actually killers, then what they're doing is they're having all these people fake their deaths, which also creates trauma in the public. Everyone was sad the day Prince died. A lot of people were sad when Aaliyah died, myself included. I had just turned 18 years old, and I was never one to have crushes on celebrities or really care about who was on the TV or on the movie screen. But the one exception, the one celebrity that I really had a crush on at this point, growing up, was Aaliyah. So when she died when I was 18, I thought, what in the world is going on? Did you know that Aaliyah means immigration to Israel? And then just weeks after her death, September 11th happened? September 11th has a lot to do with Israel if you don't know. Just real quick, always got to remind this point until the whole world knows. The Jewish faith has a holy day known as Tisha B'Av, which in Jewish gematria equals 911. This is to remember the destruction of the two temples, which are Solomon's temple and the temple that was built in its place after it was destroyed. First the Babylonians destroyed it, then the Romans. Jewish history, which Freemasonry is based in. Freemasonry very much based in Solomon's temple. Anyway, Solomon's temple, check this out. Gematria of 68. In the U.S., 911 was made the national emergency dialing code in 68. World Trade Center construction began, and George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. His birthday is July 6th, a span of 68 days from September 11th. His father was head of CIA. CIA equals 68. 68 to 2001, 33 years. That number of sacrifice. And that's exactly what those buildings were built for. To come down that day for the ongoing, war, propaganda, deception, narrative we're living out as the people of this world. But understand, these rituals and numbers, they're bigger than just the killing of celebrities. And with regards to 9/11 and Prince, you can listen to the clip. Prince's final concert in Europe in the 90s. He says he tells the audience he doesn't want to go back to the States because the people don't know what's going on there. And then the music starts playing and he starts singing a little song about how Osama's getting ready to drop the bomb. And he just starts singing it over and over and over. I'd play it, but I'm worried that I'll get a copyright strike. Just go look up the clip. Prince obviously had foreknowledge of September 11th. And so do a lot of entertainers. So do a lot of people in this Masonic network in high places. That's why there's so much predictive programming for 9/11, as I've shown again and again. We just saw the guitarist pass last week, Alan Hollingsworth. He had the album from 1976 with the World Trade Centers on the cover that came out on the date with the 119 numerology. I just noticed, my favorite rapper growing up, Eric B. and Rakim, they have the song from the early 90s, the first Gulf War, Casualties of War. Go back and listen to that song. He's rapping about how planes are flying overhead in New York. He always looks up. Is there going to be a Pearl Harbor in New York? Do you know that there's a think tank that was your U.S. government called the Project for a New American Century that in 2000 released a document calling for a new Pearl Harbor to start a new foreign and domestic agenda, which had a lot to do with wars in the Middle East? A book's been written since 9/11 called The New Pearl Harbor. Go back and listen to that song, Casualties of War. Rakim's rapping about every time a plane flies overhead, he looks around because he knows there's about to be the next Pearl Harbor in New York. There's so many people that knew 9/11 was coming. I mean, especially in hip-hop music, honestly. You listen to the Wu-Tang Clan and so many of their lyrics. I mean, there's so much. The whole this is what people don't understand. There is a whole network of people in this gang that are keeping secrets. This is the purpose of a secret society. There's a reason you participate in it. To have knowledge other people don't, to have one up on the masses. So people don't understand. They keep saying, I don't understand how they keep all the secrets in. It's because they're part of a network where they're sworn to an oath, and if they don't keep it, they get offed. You read about their death. And remember, the media controls what message gets out. A guy like Martin Lawrence starts running down the street naked telling you, things are crazy, and everyone just says, oh, he's crazy. And people go, how come nobody ever comes out and says anything? People are dropping dead left and right out of nowhere. Celebrities are having mental breakdowns, and people keep going, well, how come nobody says anything? No, it's that you guys aren't paying attention. You aren't connecting the dots. You're just looking at everything as an isolated coincidence. The way the average American brain works. Oh, here's a coincidence. That's a coincidence. Coincidence. I don't see anything going on here. Isn't that America? For anyone awake, they know that's what Americans are like. They don't connect any obvious dots. You know, that story the other week about the pancake eating contest where the girl died and her father died in the collapse of the towers, which they call the pancake theory. You know, we were talking about 9/11, 9/11 by the numbers. Check this out. This is my favorite one of all time now. Pancake eating contest. Full reduction 77. Let's check out September 11th. 77. Let's check out World Trade Center. 77. Do you know that on 9/11, Flight 77, exactly 77 minutes after taking off, reportedly hit the 77-foot-tall Pentagon on the 77th meridian? Didn't I say that that day had a lot to do with Judaism and Tisha B'Av? You know who has power in this world? The people who control the money. And who are they? The same Zionist Jews that control your media. The same Zionist Jews that practice gematria. So Aaliyah, she was born January 16th, died right before 9/11. What happens when you flip her birthday upside down? Does that number become 911? You know, Aaliyah dies right before 911. They blamed it on too much luggage. Luggage 33. Culling means get rid of. They had to clear the way for Aaliyah so they could bring on, you know, their child of destiny. Beyonce, you know. Destiny 33, Beyonce 33. She names her first child Blue Ivy 33. Her whole life, she's just nothing but a puppet. Now she's married to the goon Jay-Z. Another person born in Brooklyn, New York, just like Aaliyah, just like so many of these musicians who die by the numbers. They're all from Brooklyn, New York, the land of the synagogue of Satan, the false Jews. Aaliyah died 221 days from her birthday. That's the number of the Bavarian Illuminati. Donald Trump became president 221 days after his birthday. The Bavarian Illuminati established May 1st, 1776, just before the American Revolution, with 13 families on a date with 99 numerology. When you write out 13, it sums to 99, just when you write out Aaliyah's full name. Aaliyah also died 144 days before her upcoming birthday. We find this number all the time around death, time 144. She was recording Rock the Boat 118 like death, like the numbers all around the death of Prince and Vanity. As I covered, watch the first video in the playlist. I talked about it February 2016. Prince's full name equals 118. Aaliyah also had the 42 stamp, number all over black people. Vanity dead 42 days after her birthday. Brooklyn, New York 223, like the synagogue of Satan, like Masonic. So R.I.P. Aaliyah. She also died at age 22, the master builder number, and if you count the full span of days from her 22nd birthday, it was 222 days. 221 days later, or a full span of 222 days from her 22nd birthday. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.